Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes mention of the tyrant of the time. The one who used to say, I am your God. I don't know of any God for you people besides me.
When he said, I am your Lord and I am your God, nobody said you are wrong, because he had so much influence and power over the lives of people.
He was so tyrant, so oppressive, unjust. He made Bani Israel to be the slaves of the Egyptians.
One boy, one man from Banu Israel who will take away absolutely everything that you have, and he will uproot you totally and throw you onto the side.
There is no other Nabi in Quran who is mentioned more than Sayyidina Musa. And there is no story that takes a longer space and span of Quran, discussed in elaborate details in many positions of Quran, like the story of Sayyidina Musa.
Well-built, solid, strong man with a beard, and he was dark in complexion. Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. Powerful person.
They say that Musa alayhi salam had the strength of 10 men.
He was distinguished, he was noble, he was honored. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gave him that title. Musa alayhi salam is also known as Kalimullah, the one who spoke to Allah directly.
He is from Ulul Azmi min al-Rusul. He's from the 5 greatest messengers. So he holds a higher distinction.
When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going in Al-Isra from Makkah to Jerusalem, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I passed next to the grave of Musa, and I saw him praying in his grave. And then when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went in Al-Miraj, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I met with Musa in the 6th heaven. Nobody was higher than Musa alayhi salam except Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam in the 7th heaven. On that night journey, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prescribed 50 daily prayers for us. But it's Musa alayhi salam who gives senior advice to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again and again for the reduction of prayers, which finally leads to 5 daily prayers. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, the nations of the world were presented to me. I saw some prophets, they had a small group. Some of the prophets had a man or 2 following them. On the day of judgment, imagine a Nabi comes with 1 or 2 men. All of his life he was making dawah, and the result was 1 or 2 men. That's it. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and I saw some of the Anbiya and no one with them. There were some Anbiya, they have no followers whatsoever. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and then I saw a huge nation. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I wished that this would be my ummah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked the 2 angels who were with him, Jibril and Mikail. They said, no, these are the ummah of Musa, Bani Israel. But look to the right side. I looked to the right side, I saw a nation that is filling the horizon. Then they told me, look to the other side. So I looked to the other side and I saw a nation that is filling the horizon. They said, this is your ummah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will include with them 70,000 of this ummah will enter into paradise without going through the accountability stage that everyone else has to go through. But we also learn from the hadith that the second largest nation is the nation of Bani Israel, the children of Israel.
The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he came to Medina and he saw that the Jews were fasting on a certain day, and this is the day of Ashura. So he said to them, why do you fast on this day? And they said, because it is the day that Allah saved the Prophet Musa and the day that Allah destroyed Pharaoh and his armies. And so the Prophet ﷺ said, we have more right to this than you. And so he fasted on that day, and he ordered his companions to fast on that day, and it became a sunnah for this ummah.
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he went to Hajj, he passed through a valley. He asked, what's the name of this valley? The name of this valley is the Azraq Valley. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, as if I can see Musa coming down from this hill, making Hajj to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and making talbih. So Musa alayhi salam made Hajj to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The Prophet Musa alayhi salam was given 9 different types of miracles. The frogs and the locust and the rivers turning to blood and the glowing hand and so on and so forth.
Bani Israel saw what no nation had ever seen. They've seen miracles. Miracles happening in front of them. Not something they've heard of, but they were part of that miracle. They were in there. They walked through that path. They saw that miracle. They saw how Allah saved them. They saw how Allah destroyed Fir'aun. They saw how the stick turned to a snake. They saw all the different miracles that took place on the hands of Musa alayhi salam.
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, don't prefer me over Musa, because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says
that on Yawm al-Qiyamah, when Allah Azza wa Jal will order that the trumpet be blown, and each and every single person will faint. They will collapse at the sound of this trumpet.
And then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, and I will be the first one to rise up, but I will find out that Musa is already grabbing the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that I don't know, did Musa collapse at the blowing of the trumpet?
Or whether he did not go through the shock because he has already went through it when he asked to see Allah.
Imagine one man being sent to a whole superpower of the time. What do you think he must have felt? Had it not been for the reassurance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what would have happened?
This is what you call mission impossible. When you are given a very difficult task, you should ask for resources. What does he ask Allah?
He asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
رَبِّ اشْرَحْ لِي صَدْرِي
وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي
وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي. He changed the entire world because he stood on his 2 feet and he went and he achieved what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had requested from him.